Let's put that graph back up again and looked at this big ICO boom back in 2017, 2018. And I don't know about you, but I was being contacted by some people behind the scenes that were trying to sell me some ICOs. And it reminded me a lot of the dot-com boom back in 1999. And to just tell you a kind of a funny story, I remember I was in New York City and I was the CFO at 27 years old of a company called luxuryfinder.com. We just raised about $10 or $15 million from very wealthy people in New York City who had big houses in the Hamptons. And there I was, the CFO, and I would hang out with my buddies. We'd go out to drinks, not just on weekends, but many nights of the week. And I remember we started seeing these things happen, where all these startups started happening. There was pets.com and petco.com and petland.com and all of these random things that were getting $50, $100 million of financing, right? There was dentist.com and dental.com and all these things started popping up. And literally the business plan was 4 pages long. It had nobody behind it, and yet everybody was throwing their money at it. And we saw a little bit of this happen in the ICO boom and bust of 2017 and 18. We saw many companies floating these unregulated ICOs, and of course they're unregulated because it is DeFi, but they were initial coin offerings, and what happened was this. It resulted in multiple overhyped projects. They raised way too much money. A lot of them, all they had to show for it was a white paper, shorter than the original Satoshi Nakamoto white paper of Bitcoin, or worse, a lot of these were plain old pump and dump scams. Right? And if you want to know more about those, go watch the movie Boiler Room. They're people that create things, they hype them up, the price goes up, and then they all dump it when there are people trying to buy into something that doesn't exist. And it was an unfortunate time, and a lot of people got burned. But honestly, I think we learned a lot from that ICO era. We learned how to do due diligence. We learned how to look at what's behind a lot of these tools. We learned for proof of concept. And also, I want to admit that a lot of great things came out of the ICO boom and bust. And a few big companies that are now massive today came out of that entire period. One of those is Aave, an incredible company. I think we're going to have the CEO on here in a few more weeks. It's an incredible platform when it comes to yield farming and some of the incredible things going on out there. We've got Synthetics was created on the back of that ICO boom and bust, which creates incredible derivative instruments out there, as well as the Kyber network. So there were some incredible new things that happened during that period. DeFi, which stands for decentralized finance. This is a $9 trillion per year marketplace. I want to talk about our brand new DeFi Academy. Our first program is called the DeFi Accelerator, and we have been absolutely inundated with applications from around the world. I'm going to be talking about how you can profit from what I'm calling the greatest dislocation of wealth in human history. Decentralized finance is already revolutionizing the world of finance. You just don't know it yet. I'm going to talk about the difference between DeFi and cryptocurrencies. There's a big difference. I want to go into how to trade the markets. It takes a lot of discipline. It takes emotional discipline. It takes intelligence. It's not an easy thing to do. I'm looking for a small group of people who want to actively participate in this upcoming DeFi revolution. I'm looking for serious individuals only with real net worth who want to build this exciting financial infrastructure. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, investors, colleagues who want to join forces and create real value and generational wealth. If you're one of those people, go to LondonReal.tv/DeFi and submit your application. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. You have a chance now to join me on this incredible adventure for the next 10 years. It will change your life, the lives of your children and grandchildren, maybe the life of billions of people on this planet. What are you going to do? What's the choice that you're going to make?